So there's a whole bunch of different ways.
Or how to differentiate, exactly. Maybe looking at your research could show, pop that up, and you say, yeah, but they missed this. This is what they didn't do, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to kick it up a few hundred feet above them because we're going to take it to the next level. They may have missed it. Look at the parking meters. I've got like 3 business teams right now that they're playing around with these parking meter ideas. The parking meters that Chicago put in. Okay? They're like World War I technology, folks. Right? You go put $1 in, you get a thing, you put it in the window. Is that new? No. Who has to go check on those things in the window? Somebody riding around on a bicycle or something. They manually look in, they do all these kind of things. If your parking meter out there and you put $2 in, you got 6 hours worth of parking, and now you say, oh my God, I'm running out. What do you have to do? You have to leave from the classroom, leave from the meeting, go do it. The technology today is all over the place to go out and do this through radio frequency. It could be done through all kinds of things. The wireless applications for telephones are just endless. So you can sit there with your smartphone, you can get a signal, operate these things through barcodes so that your city sticker has a barcode on it. All this stuff can be automated. You don't need all this stuff. And here's the thing. Those things are less than, what, 3 years old? So they're there. Consider this device a competitor, but now you come along and say, but we're going to kick it up to this. Well, that may be great, and I think you could have a great idea. Your next challenge will be how to convince the buyer of this to replace this. So your problem becomes a little different, but it's still, the opportunity is starting to get bigger and bigger. It just means you're going to have to be smarter and smarter to show why they carry these out and why they replace them with that. Does that make sense? So these ideas, don't let the competition, somebody out there just flatten you. Consider the fact that you found something that's good. Yes, sir.
So far where I've been, like last year I did about 30%, and now it's about 5%, which is, and I compared my stats to Morningstar and doing a lot better than the Morningstar index. So I know I have a little good business model in place, but my problem is the lack of business understanding to really to operate the business. What would you recommend to try to start filling in those?
Find a partner. Find somebody from that business that you could partner with. That would be ideal. The hard part is anytime you go into a business, it's so far afield from what you have as a good solid background in, puts you at a big disadvantage. It's not impossible, but it does put you at a disadvantage. You're going to have to find people that can fill in those gray spaces for you and do that. Because you could spend the whole life trying to figure out what the gray space is and never hit it. But the guys and the people in that business will say they can poke at it. It's delicate because you're shopping your idea, you have a chance somebody else steal it from you, you got all those kind of things.
Thank you very much.
That's why a lot of these things take place in bars, and people become friends and you trust in school classes, things like that. Okay? It all starts with an idea. And I took a pledge 8 years ago. I would not start another business, but we have one I'm mentoring, but I also have 10% of it. It has to do with the blind. We had a blind speaker come in, and I said to him, what would be the thing that you'd want? If you could, I can't give you vision, but what would you want? He said, I want a seeing eye dog. And I said, I can't give you a seeing eye dog, Tom, but I'll take that stick you got, and I'll make that a seeing eye stick. He said, you go do it. So our device is the white cane, you know, the stick that the blind people use? It's the same size. It's about 2 centimeters bigger than the normal, the one? It deals with infrared technology through vibration, of all things. I'm not the engineer on it, just the peon. But the engineering of it, this thing sends out a vibration, a 360-degree vibration, and it, if you will, can paint a picture that can be communicated either through audible sound or through word sound or through some audible sound through a wireless piece in the blind person wears. So in other words, as they're walking, you could say the slope is ahead or there's a curve ahead or anything of that. It's GPS rendering, so we know where they're at all the time, and there's a panic button. If you needed support, you could push a button. GPS rendering says where he's at. Yeah. The first round of funding is $800,000. So if you want to talk afterwards, we sign you up, put you down for 100,000. But these ideas come, that's where they come from. And I don't know anything about infrared vibrating technology, but the guys, I went to two guys to do. I said, this guy, picked a guy like him. He was a double E, and I said, I want you. And I went to another guy that's smarter than me. I know, and I picked him, and I said, I want you. And I said, so I played Steve Jobs. And I said, here's the idea. Go build it, guys, and I'll give you 60% of the company. So that's what they're doing. So we'll see what happens. It's fun anyway. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great story. Any other questions for Len? Well, I really want to thank you, Len.
Well, I want to thank them for taking all the time. I love being with these people, so it's good.
And I think, you know, he's over in the business school. If anybody wants to stop over and see him or try to make an appointment just to come up and speak with him. Yeah. And I just really want to thank you for coming tonight and sharing these ideas with us, Len.